So this is a video about DIY chicken feeders using PVC. Last year I built these PVC feeders, and they were more shaped like candy canes last year. They just came down. There's a 4-inch and that's a 3-inch. Just came down with a 90, and then that little chunk of straight section, and then a 45 up. And they worked very well. And I just kind of thought to myself, well, if one works, why not put a T in there and have feed come down and gravity feed both sides? Well, I've worked on arranging the 45-degree outlet in various ways, and in my chicken videos lately I've just noticed that all they do is crawl in there. So I tried getting creative and still didn't work. I was hoping maybe it would like dump out gravity wise and make it so the chickens couldn't get in but feed could still come out, and it just wasn't working. So I have come to realize that T is the culprit. It will not allow feed to flow well as much as I thought it would. I figured that being crumbles, it would be able to just drop right in and find its way out, but it doesn't. So today I'm going to clean these feeders out. There's still feed in them, and even though they're pointing down, they are not emptying. And then do some modifications. Okay, I've removed my T and I've installed my 90-degree elbow. Now let's talk plumbing. Okay, we have two different 45s here. This is a standard 45 with 2 female openings. This is a street 45 with 1 male opening, 1 female opening. Now the reason that they make a street 45 elbow is for close connections. You can see how much longer that 45 assembly is compared to this one. These are used less often. Even though it's less material, it's more money. So if you're buying 45s, you can buy these ones and generally save money over this. And then as far as pipe goes, I had 10-foot lengths of pipe. So I just cut a little snub off. I could have made that a little shorter, but I didn't. And then I can just use a cheap 45, a piece of pipe that still fills volume, and then my normal 90, all right? And it works. So there's no reason to spend more money on a street 45 when you don't have to. So here we are now with a complete feeder with our 45 on the end. So we're going to take this apart. We're going to stick this new elbow on. Got my built-in rag, dad clothes. Now, I realize that these feeders are different heights because part of this homesteading idea is that we use what we got. And I happen to got a shorter 3-inch pipe. I didn't have a 10-foot 3-inch pipe. I had about a 4-foot one between here and here. So obviously these are going to hold different amounts of feed because of the length, but then also there's that whole diameter. And when you find area of a circle, it's pi r squared. Pi is 3.1415 times the radius, which is half of the inside diameter, radius squared. So radius times 3.1415. When you go to a larger pipe, the biggest one you can get, you ultimately hold way more volume, even though as far as room taking up inside something like this, they're not a whole lot different. So this one, when it had the T, this held 2.5 scoops of food. This one held 8 scoops. And even if it's approximately double the size, this would have held 5 scoops if it was the size of this one. So this holds 3 more scoops of volume. So now that these are all assembled, I'm going to see if there's a crafty way to kind of put them together. But ultimately, I've got to make it so they're together, but I can still get this cap off. I found a little bit longer piece of PVC, and it's a little froggy in here. Maybe one of these days I'll shoot a screw into these joints, because I like to be able to adjust them if needed. So I have found a solution for my pipe attaching problem. I took that scrap 3-inch piece right here, and I drilled 1/2-inch holes in it at about 120 degrees apart, so in 3 spots, top and bottom, and taking my wire, this is just a solid copper, and feeding it through like so from one hole to another. And I don't have my drill, my impact driver, so we'll make one. It works. Pretty much aligned. I can put my wires together and twist them. Boom. There. Now we have ourselves a DIY. You fell down? Maybe you've been fall down ever since. Now we have a DIY PVC chicken feeder. It's always fun when they find a new treat. I got sidetracked yesterday, so this is the next day. But we have this assembled, and it holds itself up quite well. But remember, I want to be able to make this hang. So now that I have holes, I'm going to try to do something creative to pull wire through and make it so it can hang from pretty much the center of this pipe, but favor the heavy side where the 4-inch pieces are. Alright, one last thing is I'm going to put a heavy wire around the top. So my pipe ends here. I'm going to put the heavy wire here. Hopefully that'll kind of wedge the pipes together so that way they won't be able to slide up and down. So I've got me a little piece of pipe here. I'm going to twist it around a couple times. And then I'm going to use this to crank on the wire, and hopefully I don't snap the copper. Alright, good enough. We're going to fill it, see how it lands. Alright, I got my all natural feed crumbles. This is 18% chick starter. And I'm going to do my best to make sure I have even scoops. That's 3. Oh, I'm already at the top. So just over 3 scoops still. I guess I did lose the rest of that tea. So I lost some volume there. So 3 scoops. Yep. So we're right there. So what did I say? 3 scoops, 7 scoops. Just a 1-inch difference in the pipe. All right. Everything's filled up. Let's see how well this balances with the weight. Ooh, I did find a problem. I gotta screw these together because that's spinning pretty bad. Enough travels, and that's just gonna fall. It's gonna drop. Well, it looks like there's some chickens over here. How'd they do? We're gonna shoot a screw in every hole, or every piece, just because. Ooh, that always feels so good. Let's put the same screw in the same hole and expect a different result. Victory is mine. Nobody makes me bleed my own blood. Bleeding like a stuck pig. Sorry about that. You know, I try to keep my channel clean and all. I don't know. Chickens are attracted to red stuff. Maybe that'll help. Okay, now we can keep lifting up. See how it balances. We're still a little heavy on that side, which I did not expect. But it is off the ground. It is working. Close enough. All right. We're going to see how they enjoy that now.